seems to be working. Good test. Hey folks, Prepper Princess. Today we are going to talk about the EcoFlow Pro, which is the new unit that is coming out. They had asked me to rush this video, so I didn't get a chance to test it to the extent that I would like to, but I will put the videos at the end of this showing you what I was able to accomplish. Now, the funny thing about this unit is it looks, aside from the color, exactly like the EcoFlow Max. I mean, exactly. So, light, outlets, there and there. It's got the 4, it's got the power button, it's got the lights. They look exactly the same. I do like how it does not have that darn light bar, because when you're trying to sleep, that light bar on the EcoFlow Max is no fun. But, okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and go over the specs. So you've got your USB ports, including the fast charge. You've got the reset button and the light, and then over here, you've got your typical cigarette lighter. Oh, come on, close, there we go. Okay, and then on this side, this is where you pretty much put in your power. So you can charge it via a solar panel, which they offer separately, or it includes a wall unit, which is a standard 120 volt plug-in unit. And then on this side, you've got the 3 plugs. So you do have to turn on this button and hold it for about 5 seconds, which is pretty standard on most units. And you've got your 3 plugs. Now, I did do a load of laundry using this on my portable laundry, but so this is, all right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. It weighs about 16 pounds, a little bit less. So we're at 15.9 pounds. The dimensions are 11.3 inches this way, and then I believe it's 9.96 inches this way, and then going that way, the depth is 7.3 inches. This one does have a much higher capacity than the EcoFlow Max. So this one's capacity is 720 watt hours, and it's a 600 watt unit. So it has an output of 600 watts with a 1200 watt surge. The 1200 watt surge, this is just barely, if it could do another 100 watts, the 700 watts instead of 600, and it could take a 1200 watt surge, it could potentially power my 11.1 cubic foot refrigerator, but it fell just short of that. The car adapter is 136 watts. Now this one will power, it'll power up from 0 to 80% in like pretty much no time. I mean, it takes like almost no time to power up to 80%, but you plug it into a wall unit. The adapter has a pretty significant input. I believe it was about, I want to say 350 watts, but I might be incorrect. The charger might be 180 watts ish. It does have a lithium ion battery, which is the newest type of battery, and I do like how it, you know, I don't particularly like, I mean, seriously, when you're trying to sleep and you see that light going on and off and your entire room turns turquoise blue, it's no fun. So I like that they got rid of that. And so, I mean, it's your standard, typical solar unit. I would not take it for like emergency power outages with a regular standard refrigerator. I have done a review of sort of like it's a very low wattage. Technically it's a refrigerator, but it's the size of a cooler, and that uses only 60 watts. Now this would definitely power that, especially if you had some wattage coming in via solar. They did not send me any solar panels with this unit, but I did advise them if they want me to make further reviews, they have to send the solar panels so I can properly review the product. That's very important. It will work up to 140 degrees, which out here in Arizona, when it gets to 125 degrees and that heat is coming off of the fake grass that everybody has or the dirt, it might end up powering down, or you might end up seeing some issues with the lighting. But it is winter time, so I was able to, you know, pretty much it worked out in the sun without any issues. But it is pretty cloudy out here right about now. So it'll work up to 140 degrees, and then when you're charging it, it'll work up to only 113 degrees. Again, if you live out in the desert, that could be very much an issue. I have had so many solar units just flat out stop working on me because of the heat. It gets up to 125 here, and you can imagine the temperature of the ground, and putting a unit like this on the ground, it just absorbs the heat and then it just turns off. And then the display goes all funky and it takes like 3 weeks to get back to normal. The lifespan is 800 cycles, and then after the 800 cycles, it'll still have an 80% capacity and 80% charge, which again is pretty standard with these types of units. All in all, I think it's a very good unit. It's very standard, and I think it would be really great to keep in your car for emergencies. You can charge your cell phone. What I do is I keep a unit in my car for a tire inflator, and it worked with the tire inflator, although I didn't get that on video, but it did inflate the tires without any issue. And you can also charge your computer, your iPad, your iPhone, whatever you need in any type of emergency situation in your car. I also think it would be really great for camping. If somebody likes to bring along, when they're camping, a laptop and pop a DVD into the laptop to watch a movie on a small screen, I think that this would work very, very well. In fact, it would probably work for a week of camping with nonstop laptop and TV usage. So no issues there. It's not intended to be a large unit to power your house or your home for a prolonged period of time, but everything is designed differently, and I think that this would be really great for camping, maybe emergency usage of a TV and a modem, or one of those smaller portable refrigerator type units. All right, folks, and I was just looking up the price of this unit, and what I'm finding is $649 for the basic model. Now, when it comes to solar units at this point in time, I think that it will eventually get cheaper over time, but for every watt output you're looking at, you're probably looking at about $1 a watt. So it's sort of the same with solar panels. You get a 100-watt panel for $100. You get a 300-watt generator for $300. You get a 600-watt generator for $600. And this one has a pretty extensive output. It's got the 600-watt output with the 1200-watt surge. So you're looking at $649, which is pretty comparable to most units that you're going to see out there. I would like to see the price go from $649 down to $599 just to be a little bit more fair. And it does have, you can extend it if you like. You can connect it to another EcoFlow product. You can connect it to external batteries. That's something that you want to look into to extend the power. Totally up to you. But for a unit that's fairly small like this one, I don't really think that it would be worth it to extend the battery. That's just a personal opinion. Everybody likes doing things their own way, and everybody's needs are totally different. So that is completely up to you. I hope that this review has been helpful, and it looks like we are getting pretty soon another EcoFlow product in the works, which is the larger unit that they're coming out with. And fortunately, they're going to send me 3 solar panels to go with it, so I'll be able to fully review the product. And I'm really looking forward to that larger unit. So I hope that you guys will stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we'll take a look at some more money-saving videos coming up. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. All right, test number 1 of the EcoFlow Pro. It's down to 5% using 53 watts. And I have had this on since 5:30 a.m. and it's now 1:30 p.m. So for 8 hours, it's been on, and it still has 35 minutes left. But 8 hours using 53 watts, that's about 400 something. 8 times 53. Oh, it's a lot of watts. 4,000. All right, so that's test number 1. test number 2 using 36 watts. It is charging my cell phone, and I have a heating pad. Ooh, nice and warm, huh, mister? A heating pad going. Are you hungry? Gee, mister, I can't tell. Do you want some food? Is that why you're standing on your food bowl that you just knocked onto the ground for the millionth time? You want food? Are you hungry? Give me a kiss. Mwah. Okay, we'll get you some food. We'll get you some food. Crazy puppy. Crazy doggy.